Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about 3 ways you can write better songs with the Pop Overture, writing different second verses and using vocal signposting, all through the lens of my brand new demo, Don't Go Back. Here's the song.
'Cause I can feel the cycle starting over again. Just don't go back to her. Give me one more chance. Don't go back to her. Give me one more chance. You gotta give me one more chance.
Obviously, the beginning is a very good place to start, so my first tip is to use the Pop Overture. See, when you go and see a musical, they'll play an overture, basically little snippets of each of the songs that you're going to hear later on. West Side Story, for example, you get, I want to be in America tonight, tonight. There's a place for us, a time and space for us. No idea if those are the actual words. So they do this for a few reasons. It helps build the excitement and the anticipation. It sort of tells you what the musical's going to sound like for the next 2 hours. And finally, when those songs actually come up, it makes them feel a little bit more familiar. And familiar things are things we tend to like more. And that's something we can use in our songs as well. We all know that Spotify attention spans are pretty short. And that means you want to hook in the listener with something that's going to come back later on. And in Don't Go Back, I've done exactly the same thing. Here's the intro. I've made it literally just these 2 bars before you actually hear the chorus. And then I've just grabbed an ad-lib that's from the final chorus of the song, I think.
Give me one more chance.
Absolutely bathed in reverb. And then finally, I've just added a sort of filter sweep to the sort of lead synth. So there's no boredom, it's all action, and you're getting a hint of what's to come. Perfect. Did I just call my own song perfect? By the way, if you want to know more about the Pop Overture, I'd listen to the Switched on Pop episode all about that. They've even made a playlist with lots of examples that I've linked below. Okay, so next let's talk about second verses. I usually find these the hardest part to write in a song. But lately, I've actually figured out a little secret that I'm going to tell you now. First and second verses don't need to be the same. Of course, it's good to keep some sort of similarities between the two, but quite often the melody you've written for the first verse can be quite sort of restrictive when it comes to telling a compelling story in the second. So in Don't Go Back, the first verse sounds like this.
And I know I'm not the first to say it, but I'm giving you a chance to weigh in. 'Cause from here, it's clear that she's near to taking you in.
And then the second verse sounds like this.
And I don't wanna be on rebound, but you talk about it so loud. I should've known that we would break down, but somehow you stuck around.
So it's almost the same melody, right? Da-na-na-na-na-na-na, and da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. It's almost the same, but the melody's slightly changed to fit the words better. Again, attention spans are short. You want to keep giving people new things to sort of latch onto, keep them listening. So finally, we're going to talk about vocal signposting. I'm not sure that's the best word for it. If you've got something better, let me know in the comments. Basically, the theory goes, right, you want your listeners to know which part the chorus is, and you want the chorus to feel like the most intense, most exciting, most catchy part of the song. One really simple and effective way to achieve that is to make your chorus the highest part of your song in your vocal range, and the verses comparatively lower. Human voices are usually louder, have more energy, and cut through the mix better when they're at higher notes. So that's something you want to save for your choruses. If your highest part of your song is the verse, it kind of just sounds a bit wrong. And as you might have guessed, that's something I've done in Don't Go Back. So the verse sort of sits around about here.
And you swore before, but I'm doubting you now.
And then at the end of the verse, it goes a little bit higher.
It's clear that she's near to taking you in.
And then the pre-chorus continues at that tone.
I'll tell you I'm exactly what you need the most, 'cause I can feel the cycle
And then it goes
starting
up
over
again.
again.
And then the chorus stays there.
Just don't go back to her. Give me one more chance.
And you can actually see in the waveforms, right? The verses are much lower, the pre sort of in the middle, and then the chorus, you get this highest note here.
Give me one more chance, don't go back to her.
It's maybe a little bit obvious and simple and maybe even second nature for a lot of you, but it's something worth thinking about. If you feel like you've got nowhere to go when you get to your chorus, maybe just bring this song down a couple of tones, and that might let the chorus really sing because you can go up in your range. So there you go, there's 3 ways to write better songs. You've got to use the pop overture, write different second verses, and of course use vocal signposting. You've heard a lot of Don't Go Back now, but I've put the link in the description if you want to hear the full song. I would be really grateful if you could go and give that a like. Finally, of course, subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
I know I should have seen it coming, but you made me feel like it was nothing.